Hi everyone, so this is my presentations on the topic of how to make hard choices. So we're going to go first to discuss how those Ruth Chang's actually, Ruth, the first speaker, actually developing these institutions of how to make hard choices. Ruth is one, she is a philosopher in different universities, and those, Ruth discusses how to make hard choices, but for example, between two jobs, or partners, or whether to have children or else. And easy choices, one is better than the other. On the other hand, maybe one's is actually harder because one thing that she discussed overall, I can note here is that choices are difficult because they cannot broke down into numbers. Unlike the other suggestions, we can actually broke everything down into numbers. Well, we think of this as a big choice. But similar dilemma can happen by choosing breakfast. You don't want healthy foods or foods that are much tastier. This actually depends. First is that when it is a mistake to think that this a simple numerical comparison has structure as a decision between the future lives. We need a fourth alternative. So we have discussed first the first alternative that she actually giving us, and there are four alternatives. First alternative here is how to combine this institutional choices. We have for example the two suitcases law. So we have the fourth alternative is that thing can be good, worse, equal, or on a par. So when a decision is on a par, neither is better or worse than the other. Firstly, when choosing between a philosopher or a law, Riff has actually been discussed this. First is that when we go to dangerous thought, everyone actually make this big mistake. We think that everyone actually have the minds actually thinks. And we think ourselves as stupid. But when they make a choice, because the choice is hard, because we are stupid, we don't actually have much information or knowledge at all. Because in reality here is that no one is truly truly smart or no one is truly stupid. So obviously when you think about the alternative, everyone in this world is stupid if you think about it. But in reality, it's not actually that way. When choosing between a philosopher or a law, Ruth tries writing the pros and cons, establishing of a decision. First, when she was young, Ruth actually had a decision. So yeah, she's gonna choose whether philosophy or a law because she loved philosophy and those things and the identity and the quality of her family. She obviously chooses to be a law. Firstly, she write down a cross pad and obviously draws lines in those in her pad and then split that into part. She wrote down the pros and cons of two alternatives. First is that against her decision. Firstly, wish she could have a DVD on her pros line taking 8 options. But with this that no one actually have a DVD of those things by God or Netflix, and so she didn't think she could get a job of philosopher, but none of that until she got a law. But then she discovered law doesn't actually suit personality at all because a law seemed to state a ruins a specific ruin because everyone go to a specific choice. For example, when comparing the signatures and challenging one, a lot of people like challenging because they obviously get information, but one's actually safer because they're more safe to do it. And well, those things. The alternative here is that everyone goes to the alternative. The civic choice is better. Looking at the hypothetical choice between banking or auto tree, they actually have disadvantages. First is that you can list all the advantages in each and able to choose one over the other. You're gonna alternative. First is that when you're choosing alternative, you might think this one is better because it's more helpful to me, it's more knowledge, give you more information or more wide informations. Well, the other thing here is that because choices are difficult because it can actually broke down into several key places. We need to see hard choices as empowering. If not only considered as the easy choices, we would always pick the clear because routine. Everyone think there's because hard choices are hard because we don't have knowledge. We're not depending on those psychological challenges. We humans thought to think that humans every choices can actually determined by science, but those are different alternatives with values and weighing. Firstly, hard choices does not actually guarantee that those hard choices are guaranteed because science, we humans are animals. This mammal will always think that this kind of thing because when science actually developing, people have a thought that everything can actually developing or solve because of science. Those are only compared with numerals. People obviously use numbers, those characteristics to actually solve problems, but in those in the hard choices, it does not, because value and choices and hard choices does not guarantee because only science. Because when you think about it, not everything is actually involved in science. For example, pillow, because it doesn't mean because only some part actually unknown because science. For example, when choosing something, for example, like for what to eat breakfast, for example, high nutrients cereal, or obviously a chocolate donut. So yeah, those two things. It does not actually involve in scientific. For example, even though you search every single part, for example, the cereal, they have the high nutrients, while the other have more tasteful taste. So yeah, those are two different things, because it does not seem to make sense if we are choosing science whether to choose. Because sometimes the most easiest way, flip a coin. You can flip a coin choosing like two partners, like two jobs. For example, two partners. You can marry this person, you can marry this person, you can obviously be friends with this person. Yeah, those are obviously those easy choices. We tend to know that every choice in the world is actually easy. So flip the coin. So yeah, that's easy enough. So but not every choices can actually flip a coin. One thing here is that when you're choosing university, it's different, because one thing you have in university here is that they actually benefit for your future. No future can actually depends just by flipping a coin. The flip a coin can continuously using this, or again and again. Obviously, they can actually change it. Flipping a coin doesn't mean they're changing the whole future, because this kind of obviously fusion had to be rational. Because sometimes even though you are leveling up one part, it's always equal, because both equal, because both choices are equal in some ways, and it's never different in the other ways. This is called on a par, because it's only different, like only alike in value but different in kind. Those are called on a par. Those different things that the speaker haven't told us. We humans tend to think that only hard choices come because we're stupid, we don't have innovations, we only go the safest way. But in reality, it does not. Hard choices only occur when we actually you don't obviously know durability. When you come over fear, lots of people will have these choices. Versus that, because we tend not to choose hard choices because we have the fear. We might fear or sensitive because our future depends on those choices. When we're choosing university, what to do, like what job to do, what careers, what university goes on, what happens when you grow up, those depends on what you do right now. Small thing you do right now make big changes in futures. Those are why I believe. That's obviously that the speaker believes that hard choices, not because we're stupid, because are difficult, because it cannot broke down into different numbers. Those are the four alternatives. Let me talk about. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.